Hi everyone, Sean Humphreys here. Welcome to All Things Retirement. In this installment, we're going to talk about Canada Pension Plan and some key changes that are going on with CPP benefits. Now, if you are new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you're alerted to content that's being uploaded all the time. Whether you are in the runway phase 5 to 10 years out, or in the transition phase just about to retire, or maybe you're already retired, we have content for all of you. And we just don't talk about the financial issues, we talk about health, longevity, relationships, recreation, quite literally all things retirement. Now the first thing I'll do is I'll talk about what's driving these changes. So in the background, governments increasingly are concerned by the fact that more and more Canadians don't have access to what are called defined benefit pension plans or formula plans or guaranteed income plans. So they want to use Canada Pension Plan as a way of shoring up that situation. By enhancing CPP, it's going to help to replace the fact that guaranteed pension plans are becoming fewer and fewer, far between in terms of a benefit to employees. The second thing is they feel that people just aren't saving enough, which is correct. So people are not allocating enough money to tax-free savings accounts or RSP accounts, traditional savings vehicles to fund their retirement. So the nice thing about Canada Pension Plan from their perspective is it's an at-source deduction. The employee is forced to make a contribution. The employer makes a match contribution, and they don't have any choice on the matter. So it just happens, and so they can use that to enforce savings discipline within population groups. And the last thing is they feel that Canadians shouldn't be exposed to market fluctuation. So if you have control of your own portfolio and you're investing, they think that's a risk and they should de-risk some of that. And that might be a fair point, although what's interesting is Canada Pension Plan itself is not de-risking. They're trying to get as much return as possible. If it's not a bad option for Canada Pension Plan, why isn't it not a bad option for Canadians? And so I have some feelings about that one, but we'll put that aside for now and just talk about the reasons why they're making these changes. And let's get into the first one, which is contribution rates are going up. So they're being phased through these increases to the year 2023. Ultimately, contribution rates will be up to 5.95%. And in this next year, contribution rates will be 5.25%. And so the practical issue there is people will see a little less income off their paycheck. So they'll go, oh, what's going on there? I'm making a little bit less. The next thing that's going on is that the government will be introducing a higher threshold for something called yearly maximum pensionable earnings. We often refer to it as YMPE. And that's the approximation of the average wage in Canada, which based on their definition is $58,700. And so over the next little while, the YMPE threshold will begin to go up. And as that threshold goes up, then also contribution rates are going to go up. And by definition, your income from Canada Pension Plan will go up as well. So the basic idea is that CPP is supposed to replace about 25% of your career earnings up to the YMPE. So remember, currently that's 58.7, so CPP's approximately going to replace 25% of that 58.7. So we're not talking a huge amount of money here, but they are ramping up CPP to do that replacement to a certain extent. Now the changes will not benefit people, 55 plus, because these changes are being phased in. Obviously, for younger employees, a combination of increased contribution rates and the phasing in of increased YMPE means that potentially payouts are going to be significantly higher from Canada Pension Plan for a large part of the population. Other changes that are being made relate to survivor benefits. So when a spouse who has been paying into CPP dies, if this happens when the survivor was between the ages of 35 and 45 years of age, there would be a 10% reduction for each year to the point where if you were under 35, you wouldn't get any survivor benefit. So this, not a great situation, right? So this has been eliminated. So there could be individuals outside that age range who might now be entitled to a CPP survivor benefit pension. Okay, so that change was made. And the final significant change is regarding the option to defer Canada Pension Plan to age 70. So, most people will take Canada Pension Plan either a little before age 65 or at age 65, but you can defer it, and for every year you defer, you'll get an actuarial enhancement, a higher payout from CPP. And the challenge with this is that if you took a deferral, and let's say you took a deferral right to age 70, and then you were thinking in the back of your mind you're going to start taking it at age 71, the enrollment was not automatic. So if somebody was 75 years of age, they hadn't enrolled, they're out the money. They've now had 4 or 5 years of income that they didn't receive. So an auto enrollment plan will now be in place to make sure that people don't miss CPP payments being directed to them. So those are the 4 changes, the main changes that Canada Pension Plan is going through. It's this ongoing evolution that's taking place, driven mostly by demographics, but because of some of the other reasons I talked about at the beginning of this particular video. Well, it's my hope that you enjoyed this content, and if you did, hit like, and don't hesitate to share this video with friends, family, and colleagues if you think there is good value in this content. Wishing you all the best in your retirement journey. As well, we've got a link to a video that is related to this particular topic. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button to get the most recent content that we're uploading on a regular basis. And in the show notes, you'll be able to get to our website where we have a lot of great resources as well. All the best in your retirement journey.